Hello friends, welcome to Technique. This is Nirmal here, and here is the camera review of the flagship device, the Huawei Mate 20 Pro. So Huawei Mate 20 Pro is a flagship device from Huawei and announced in India for Rs 69,999. The device packs triple camera setup and is considered to be the best camera smartphone available as of now. The device is also powered by the homegrown Kirin 980 chipset, which is first 7nm chipset available. So let's see how good the camera experience is on the Mate 20 Pro. So let's get started with a detailed review. Before we start, this is going to be the longest camera review we have done so far on Technique. So watch out the video completely to get an idea about the camera on the Mate 20 Pro. The Huawei P20 Pro was one of the best camera smartphones and scored highest rank on the DxOMark's smartphone camera department, and now here we have the Mate 20 Pro with even better hardware. With the Mate 20 Pro's camera, Huawei has made a change to the triple camera setup. It has switched from the monochrome lens to the wide-angle camera. The camera is like a branded, similar to the P20 Pro, so you get the standard vivid and smooth colors options in the settings. Now let's go straight into the hardware offered. The primary sensor is a 40 megapixel unit with f-stop 1.8 aperture offered. The secondary 20 megapixel wide-angle camera is offered at f2.2 aperture. There is also a third 8 megapixel telephoto lens with a focal length of 80 mm and an aperture of f2.4. The telephoto lens can shoot images at 3x optical zoom and 5x hybrid zoom. There is also a 24 megapixel camera on the front for selfies with f2.0 aperture and screen flash. Now let's go straight into the camera samples and see how good the experience is. First, let's talk about the daylight shots. Looking at the captures, the first thing you would notice is the details. The Mate 20 Pro's 40 megapixel shoots images in 10 megapixel resolution by default, where you also get the Master AI mode, which can automatically select the best shooting modes based on your settings. Although you can manually go to 40 megapixel images, but it's good to stick with the 10 megapixel for better results. Unlike the AI mode on the P20 Pro, here you don't see the images getting saturated, but it produces amazing results. The details are excellent and the color reproduction is spot on, and it produces natural colors. Even if you zoom into the pictures, you seldom see any noise or loss of details. This is why the camera is best in terms of the picture quality. The dynamic range is very good and also resolves shadows very well. While there is no monochrome lens offered, there is still a monochrome mode available in the settings. Now another feature of the Mate 20 Pro is a 3x optical zoom and 5x hybrid zoom, which works flawlessly. While the other cameras are restricted to 2x zoom, Mate 20 Pro's 3x zoom gives amazing clarity without any loss of details. This is probably the best in terms of optical zoom we have seen on a smartphone camera. You can even go to 10x zoom, and this is a digital zoom. There is also a wide angle camera with 0.6x zoom, which works pretty well if you are shooting a landscape, but the details are slightly lower than the regular mode. Now moving on to the close-up images. Here again you could see great results with excellent details and sharpness levels. The color reproduction is spot on and it doesn't oversaturate the images. One useful feature of the Mate 20 Pro's mastered AI mode is that it can do super macros, which means it can take extreme close-up images, and this is something unique and rare and available only on the Mate 20 Pro. Here again you could see amazing results. Moving to the portrait mode, while the P20 Pro had good results with portraits, it was never a class-leading one. But with Mate 20 Pro, Huawei seems to have mastered the portrait mode. It gives good results with almost perfect edge detection, and even in low light you could see the portraits looks really good and perfect for a flagship smartphone. Now coming to the most important aspect, the low light performance. Looking at the captures, you could see the Mate 20 Pro's camera has amazing abilities to get the best results even in challenging light conditions. If there is adequate artificial light, the regular mode works well, or you could even go with the manual mode adjusting the ISO levels. But when you are in extreme low light condition, the night mode helps. While the older night mode on Huawei phones needed the help of a tripod to get stable footage, on the Mate 20 Pro you get OIS and AIS, which is Huawei's AI image stabilization. While the images in light mode takes 3 to 4 seconds to capture, since it is superimposing images taken in different ISO into one, it works exceptionally well at the end of the day. You could see amazing captures we are done with the night mode. The details are excellent and noise is literally non-existent unless you zoom in deep. This is probably the best low light experience you can get a smartphone. We will be comparing the low light on the Mate 20 Pro with the Pixel 3, so stay tuned for that. Now moving on to the video recording abilities. The Mate 20 Pro can record videos in 4K, but it is limited to 30 FPS. There is 60 and 30 FPS for the 1080p resolution, and there is also image stabilization offered for the video. The video quality is good with great details, but a flagship smartphone with this camera setup should have ideally had 4K at 60 FPS. You can also shoot 1080p footage in both 18:9 and 21:9 aspect ratios as well. There are some amazing options available in the video recording, including the AI color pop mode and the background blur mode. We'll just show you those results. So right now we are taking this video with the AI color mode on the Mate 20 Pro. So Mate 20 Pro has this AI color mode available in the video recording, which can detect the human subject, and the background can be changed to black and white, and only the human subject will be selected in color mode. So right now we are shooting this video using the background blur mode for videos on the Mate 20 Pro. So Mate 20 Pro not only can blur the background for photos, but it can also do the same for videos as well, and this is the background blur mode for videos on the Mate 20 Pro. The phone can also shoot slow motion videos in 960 FPS, and here is a sample we have shot with it. Moving on to the selfie camera, it packs a 24 megapixel AI selfie camera with f2.0 aperture. The selfie is taken with a 24 megapixel shooter, looks good with good sharpness levels and details. The skin tones are also good. The colors are not as vibrant as the rear camera, but we don't have anything to complain here. The low light selfies and selfies with flash have also come good. The phone also comes with portrait mode for selfies, and it is again pretty good with good edge detection. The selfie camera also comes with AI HDR mode available, which you can turn on manually. The portrait mode for selfies also comes with a variety of background blurs, including stained glass, pop colors, blinds, etc. You can also take 1080p videos with film camera, both with 16:9 and 18:9 aspect ratios. So this is the front facing camera sample taken with the Huawei Mate 20 Pro. It has a 24 megapixel AI selfie camera and does a pretty good job. You can also see that there is stabilization offered for the front facing camera, and you can judge yourself how good the clarity of the video is, and also the audio output from the front facing camera on the Mate 20 Pro. So that was a detailed camera review of the Mate 20 Pro. Even though we have tried to cover all the aspects and features of the phone, there are still a lot more modes like light painting, underwater mode, etc. which we haven't touched upon. While the camera setup looks simple, the algorithm and processing from the three cameras is nothing short of a complex process, and all credit to Huawei to have mastered this camera setup. So overall we feel the camera is definitely the best we have seen on a smartphone. Probably the only area where we would love to see Huawei improving is the video abilities, where a 4K at 60 FPS would be something which is really needed. But otherwise, the Mate 20 Pro is a stellar performer and our pick of the best camera smartphone in the flagship category. So what are your thoughts on the camera after having a look at the samples we showed? Do drop in your thoughts in the comment section, and this is Nirmal signing off with a detailed camera review of the Huawei Mate 20 Pro. Thanks for watching, hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.